What's up, guys? Welcome back to another deck profile video. Today I'm bringing you guys my fully updated 100% finished Red Dragon Archfiend deck profile for the format. I have changed some things around, but the deck list is pretty much mostly the same, but I figured I'd do another update just because I've seen a few comments asking for one, so had to deliver. So moving on to the main deck, I'm playing 44 cards in the main deck. I'm playing 3 copies of Crimson Gaia, 3 copies of Power Vice Dragon, 3 copies of Soul Resonator, 3 copies of Bone Archfiend, 2 copies of Stone Sweeper, and 1 copy of Foolish Burial. These are all the Red Dragon Archfiend starters I am playing. You could cut down on the Soul and the Gaia if you want to go down to a lower card list. If I'm playing 44 to drown out the bricks. And honestly, this list has been working perfectly fine for me. I'm playing, of course, the centur-ion engine. That is obviously never going to probably change. 3 Emblem of Oath, 1 stand-up centur-ion, 1 Trudea, 1 Primera as all of the starters. Typically you could play more field spell, but I only need the 1 realistically. For the bricks, Darkness, Vision, Synchron, Crimson Call, Branded Beast, and Wake Up Centur-ion for all of the bricks. Of course, they all come up very nicely. And of course, mandatory. Lubellion, Magna, Jewess Worm, of course, your Bestials that you search off of the Crimson Blade Dragon, standard by now. Non-engine, 3 Super Poly, 3 Harmonia, 3 Fua, 3 Ash, and 2 Droll. All of this is standard. If you can't afford Harmonia like me, I'm just playing proxies, but if you can't afford Harmonias, you can cut this for Ghost Spell and play any other hand trap that you would like. I'm just playing these because my friends allow me to use proxies, so I'm using them. But for locals, I sub these out for, of course, Ghost Spells, because they're pretty good this format. Extra deck has not changed. Red Rising Dragon, Zalin, Crimson Blade, Crimson King, RDA, Abyss, Dispatter for all of the Red Dragon Archfiend cards. These are all that you need. Of course, you could play Scarred if you want to. Chaos Angel, Oxala, Crimson Dragon, Cosmic Blazar. These are all of the engine synchros that you make. And then for, of course, the non-engine synchros, Malong and Lulu for Harmonia. You can make this, but usually you want to send it, typically for going second. And then you have the Super Poly targets, Garura and Chaos Star Source Dragon. This could be Mud Dragon, but I'm just playing this because a lot of decks that I go against typically are Dragon decks. Also, Chaos fusing our own monster sometimes is nice. Get a free destruction, of course. Pretty nice. Side deck, I'm playing 3 Perulia, 3 Nibiru, and 3 Droplet. You side out the Super Polys, the Harmonias, and stuff sometimes for some of these. Like, Nibiru is good against a lot of decks at my locals. Droplet's pretty good at breaking boards. Perulia is good against, of course, K9 decks and random decks that summon from hand a lot. Duster, Double Lightning Storm, typically for back row decks. Talents, Called By, King's Residence. You side all these in for going first, and you side out the Fuas. Of course, pretty nice. That is it for the list. Haven't changed a whole lot, but I figured I'd do one more updated list before I take a break and move on to some other decks as well. But, yeah, if you guys have any more recommendations, let me know in the comments. I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.